Morning, friends. Happy Friday. Welcome. I'm Diane, BohoStamper, and thank you for spending some time with me today. I hope everybody's doing well. This is 15-minute cards on a Friday. And today, excuse me, today I'm going to make a card using Stampin' Up's Tasteful Touches stamp set with the Tasteful label dies. And the Tasteful label dies are just the handiest set of dies for any project that you're doing. So if you've been kind of looking for a label die set that would come in handy for your projects, this might be the one. And you can, I'll try to lay these out so you can see them. You can get this die set through Stampin' Up. And if you do that, I have a shopping code out there on my web page each month. And if you enter that shopping code, then you'll be shopping with me. So this might be a set for you. And if you don't want to go out there and start shopping, then email me. I'll try to help you out and order a set for you, mail them on to you or something. But excuse me. This is the different dies that come in the set. Aren't they great? So I think that's what, 10 dies? I can count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. And these are still available. Stampin' Up is coming up on the holiday mini catalog here pretty soon. And the January through June mini is almost, can you believe this is the end of June? I mean, didn't we just have Christmas? Speaking of which, there, they fit. Speaking of which, today at noon I'll be doing Christmas in the Making on my Facebook page because it is the 25th of the month. And so when I get done with this, I'll hurry up and give the puppies their lunch and we'll get started on our Christmas card today. So for today's card, I actually cased. I'm going to put up the screen with, sure I am, there we go, with what we need for today's project. And even if you don't have Tasteful Touches, any other stamp set you have that has a nice big flower or focal point will work just fine. I was watching one of my journaling friends the other day, and they had commented that they sometimes just get into a funk where they just can't think of something else to do. So I'm glad I'm not the only one. And that's the one good thing about Stampin' Up. They have a great catalog, and the catalog has a lot of ideas and suggestions. So it's easy to go to the catalog and get an idea. And today's card is, I'm going to say, inspired by a card in there. It's not exactly cased because I did change a few things here. And if you're ready, we will go back to the tabletop. So this is today's card. My silly light here is still giving me trouble. I have it muted down here so it's not quite as harsh, but it looks almost black in the camera. Actually, this is Blackberry Bliss that I'm using. And the one in the catalog that inspired me was this card. But I kind of thought people might not have these gold leaves, which came in an accessory set or you may not have a die cut machine to cut leaves out, and I don't have a die in this set for that anyway. So we're going to stamp our leaves just using the stamp set. And so the first thing we need is our basic white cardstock, which is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock that I have cut in half. I have glue on there already. Guess we'll fold it that way. And then I've scored my cardstock in half, and we'll get a 4 1/4 by a 5.5 inch card. Why is that sticky? Alright, and we have a white mat that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and this is what we'll be doing our stamping on. And then I have just a small piece of petal pink that I'm stamping my greeting on. And then of course I will add another 4 by 5 1/4 insert to the inside. I wasn't really happy with what was available to put on the inside of my card, so I took a message from the Heart to Heart set, and it just says, "You make my life better," and that's what I put on the inside of my card today. So let's get stamping using Blackberry Bliss. I want to make sure I'm not on a paper seam while I'm doing this, because it will kind of show up. And so if you have a larger floral image or anything, we're just going to stamp that 3 times on, keeping it a little bit towards the outer edges of the paper, because the greeting that we're going to die cut is rather large and is going to take up a lot of the center. Isn't that a pretty image? I like these. And one down here. I like Blackberry Bliss. It's a really deep purpley, almost black, but very rich color. It is one of my favorites. And I realized, I put an order in yesterday, and I just realized I forgot to get more of this Blackberry Bliss ribbon, which is being discontinued. And demonstrators did get a preview of the new holiday catalog, and I'm going to want some more of that ribbon. So now I got to go back and order more Blackberry Bliss. Alright, and then I used Old Olive to stamp some leaves, because Old Olive just goes with everything, pretty much. And I'm going to stamp one of the leaf stamps from the stamp set. Oh, I forgot I inked this yesterday. Let's just double check that it's looking pretty juicy. Certainly don't think I'm going to press hard. I don't. Okay. And I'm going to fill the leaves in between each of the flowers. It's going to overlap on the floral image a little bit, but that's okay, because again, our die cut greeting is going to fit in between, or right in the middle of the card, sorry, and it will cover up anything that overlapping. If you're worried about the overlapping, you can cut a mask of your image and cover it up when you stamp, and then when you add your leaves, your image will be, I don't know if we've done a video with masking or not, but since this is a quick video, we're trying not to get into too many different steps, right? Right. Okay. And so that's pretty much, oh, I need my Blackberry Bliss again to do my greeting. Where are you? The good things in life are better with you. A little pink. And if I'm going to die cut my image, it doesn't really matter if I have this on here straight or crooked, because I'm going to put my die around it, and I can even that up when I go to cut it. If you're not die cutting and you want to just cut a rectangle to add to your card, you'll need to make sure that it's centered so that your reading comes out even. Sorry, I like to wipe my stamps off, especially with Blackberry Bliss, because it does stain, and I don't mind my stamps being stained. I use my stamps. I love them. Okay, let me get my die that we're using. I'm using the one with a little bit of a scallop edge and my mini cut and emboss machine. Sorry, we're gonna shake it up here a little bit. Yep, so we're gonna finish this card quickly here. We'll do Christmas cards today, and then, oh, more muscles. And then I'm off to visit a friend's new shop that opened up, and they've asked if I'd like to put some of my cards in their little shop. So I'm going down to have a visit with them and check out the setup and see I'll be able to do that. That would be fun. Alright, now I'm going to add a bow to the front of my card, and you can see how, which way looks better. Flower on the left, flower on the right. Whichever way I put this, I will add my bow on that side to fill in any empty space. Guess we'll just go with the left. Oh, I do have a little bit of overlap there. Well, I can put my bow right there. And we know that I'm a horrible bow maker. And so I use my little handy dandy, my bow friend. My tail long enough to go around the front of my panel. I think it is. Of course, right before we started, my neighbor had a big truck come to seal their driveway. Thank goodness they finished up right before we went live, so I didn't have to deal with that. But now I hear, I don't know, a leaf blower or something going on. Always something out there. But I like being able to have the windows open. It's so beautiful. Alright. Let's get you on the bottom. Come on. Don't be difficult. Some glue dots will help us keep our bow in place. And so I start off by adding a glue dot to each end and not sticking it to my finger. I want to get it on the back of the card. It's not up as high as I wanted it to be. I want it to be up high enough. That's better. To cover that little overlap. This just helps you save a little bit of ribbon and lessen the bulk on the front of your card. You can wrap it around the whole front panel if you prefer. With the price of shipping, though, I have been trying to keep some of my dimension at a minimum here. Oh, I'm trying to think, what did I send the, oh, good grief. If you follow me on Facebook, or if I've mentioned it before, I had started to create junk journals and finished my first one. It was my first one for sale, I should say, because I've made junk journals, but for myself. And this was a Sunny Garden journal. I put it on my Etsy shop, and I was thrilled to death. It sold real quick. Happy, happy. And Etsy has been adding more and more fees, and that's one reason I'm kind of happy that my friend reached out to me about her shop, because my Etsy store is just about to come to an end if they don't stop with some of these fees. But anyways, they had, I'm going to use my tape runner and adhere this flat on my card base. They had calculated shipping, which was off. So there was some question about the mailing address, and I had, thankfully, I had gone to the post office then to get that straightened out, and then I just had my package ready to ship from there. And it was $14 to ship that journal to California. So between that and Etsy fees, I ended up with a $5 profit on my journal. So all of my excitement was dashed, of course. I was ready to cry by the time I was done. And I just thought there had to be a better way than paying all these fees and shipping. So just to add a little bit of bling to the front of my card, I had some leftover elegant faceted gems. And I used the little clear ones on here. Get them out. Come on, that little blue dot on there is not coming with it. Let's get my putty. Take your pick tool. Oh, I might need more putty, and that one might not be using this. Let's see. Yeah, we can. There's enough in there. Yay! Oh, there, now it's all squishing out. Of course. Where were you when I needed ya? And typically we put sets of 3s in a triangular pattern. But I wanted a little bit more, so I'm going with 5. 5. But keeping it at an odd number. And really, it's kind of weird because they are still in a triangular pattern. But that's what is eye-catching. So, there we have a 15-minute card. What do you think? Kind of pretty. I am going to go ahead and do my inside on my card. Well, I have everything out so I don't forget. Let me see. Did I put that one back? Because I have all my Christmas stuff out for this afternoon. Here, I stamps that's all over the place. Put it back. Phone just fell down. Oh, hold on 1 minute here. Hello? Yeah. I'm upstairs on the phone. What's up? Yeah, because I'll be leaving later, but as long as it's behind the truck, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Bye. So sorry about that. All right. Did I get that straight? I thought I heard somebody calling my name, and then I thought maybe I was crazy. Let's try to make this a little better. A little more even. Oh, Sissy heard it. Huh. Sissy hears everything. Okay. Close up our ink. So I hope everybody's ready for a nice weekend. I think we're going to get a little bit of rain here. It's needed, but it does kind of put a damper on everybody's summertime fun. So enjoy your time off work or with your family and friends. And here we go. Very pretty. A nice card to give hubby for his birthday or anniversary. You could stamp happy anniversary underneath it, or happy birthday, whatever stamp you happen to have. Remember, again, that'll work great with any kind of a large stamped image that you have. All right, there we are. I'm back. I think that should be it. Not too bad. See, it's only 19 after, and I got to chat with you for a little bit anyway. Quick 15-minute card. And I really hadn't planned a second one today because I'm trying to keep the videos shorter so that when people are looking on YouTube for quick videos, it doesn't say that I've been on there for an hour. I've also tried to upload a picture of the card of the day to add to that video, and if somebody can tell me how to do this, I'll be eternally grateful. Every picture that I add turns sideways, and the only way for me to add a photo is to remember to turn my card sideways when I'm taking the original picture, because even if I rotate my picture and add it to my YouTube video, for some reason YouTube unrotates it and takes the original photo. So I have to remember to take my picture sideways. But if you have a way for me to get photos turned upright and stay on my YouTube videos, I'll go back and add anything that I have a card for so that it's easier to find the right video. But other than that, I'm going to go get ready for Christmas cards. So if you haven't ever joined me on Facebook, hop over there at noon and check out the Christmas cards. Today we're going to be using some pine trees and gold and vellum. It'll be pretty. Have a great weekend, everybody, and thanks for stopping by my channel.